welcome to ggmix. Today I have our littlest princess joining me in the kitchen. Can't say I'm too young, eh? And we're going to show you how to make the moistest, carrotiest, creamiest, best looking naked carrot cake ever. Each layer is sandwiched between a velvety mascarpone cream cheese cream filling that works so well with the light moist carrot cake that has hidden juicy softness from the raisins and a surprise crunch from the walnuts, plus the salted caramel drip on the top balances everything together. Basically every bite is a taste bud party. So let's get started. Oh yeah, and if you want a showstopper to impress your guests, this is it, because you don't need any special equipment. It's super easy and you can't go wrong. So let's get started. Again, first get all your ingredients ready, especially your grated carrots. I hate peeling and grating carrots, so I've designated the peeling and the grating of the carrots to my very enthusiastic helpers. So while they're doing that, I'm going to go and weigh and measure the rest of my ingredients.
Lana, would you rather grate or peel?
Grate.
Okay then.
Okay, when you've weighed and measured everything, either you or your enthusiastic little helpers can go and oil your cake pans.
Lana, I'm going to add the tiniest drop of oil and then you have to base it, okay? Lana, you use the pastry brush to base it and I'll use the tissue to base this pan.
I can't wait to eat my carrot cake. It's so tasty.
Even the caramel is like my favourite bit out of all of them. Of all the bits. Don't forget to base the sides so it doesn't stick, Lana.
Why?
My oil's almost gone.
Mine too.
And done.
And done.
Add your eggs and sugar to a bowl. Are you laughing? Add your eggs and sugar to a bowl and beat with your paddle attachment for about 1 minute until fluffy. Then add your oil and beat for another minute. Now add your carrots and beat on a low speed until they are mixed in well. Place your sieve on top of your bowl and sieve in your baking powder, bicarbonate of soda and cinnamon, and also add your walnuts and raisins and mix on a medium speed until everything is mixed in well and looks like this, without any chunks of carrot in it. Right, now divide your mixture into 3 baking tins. I'm using 20 centimetre 8-inch wide pans and bake them in the oven at 180 degrees for around 30 minutes. Or in my case, get your husband to put them in the oven. And when they're done, and you place a skewer in the middle and it comes out clean, let them cool for 10 minutes and place them on a cooling rack. Whilst the cakes are cooking, let's get on to our delicious, creamy mascarpone filling. This is the best cream cheese mascarpone cream filling ever. So let's get on to making it. In your mixer, beat your mascarpone and cream cheese until fluffy. Then add in your icing sugar and give it a little stir with a spoon before you beat it with your mixer so the icing sugar doesn't go everywhere. Then on a low speed, beat everything until you can't see any icing sugar. Now add in your cream and still on a low speed, beat it until it just starts to thicken. Okay, I've done a little bit of a mistake. I put in my paddle attachment rather than my whisk, and my husband goes to me, don't you normally whisk it? And I was like, yeah, that's why it wasn't getting all nice and fluffy. So if you put in the wrong thing, don't worry, just put in your whisk. Make sure you put in your whisk from the start. You don't have to bother with this problem. So I'm going to just change it over. Let's get back to whisking. When it looks like this consistency, then you know you got it right. Look at that. This is mine. Oh, let's put that bit out, just don't waste it. Yes, it's so tasty. You can't go wrong. Mascarpone, cream cheese, cream, icing sugar. This is, oh my days, like the best cream combination ever. Trust me, you've got to make this cake just for the cream. This is just like the best. And you know why it's even better? Because my icing sugar, it's not normal icing sugar. It is golden icing sugar. Oh my God, it makes it have that, you know, that caramel sort of taste to it. Oh, this is so good. Well, you know what? Let's get back to baking. I'll eat this after. Look at this. Let me just show you again. Look at this. Look at that. Yes, all right. Got my cakes here. I've leveled them off. I've left the edges on because we're going to have a naked cake, so they're going to be showing through. We want them all nice and even. And they're in this cling film because I've put them in the fridge for about an hour, so they're like hard. So when you're going to add all your cream to the top, it doesn't move around, and also you don't get all the crumbs inside the coating when we're going to go around. Right, you know, I said to you that you don't need any special equipment at all. I'm not even going to use my turntable. Yes, we're not, are we? We're not going to use the turntable. I'm going to use a plate, so you'll know how easy it is to make this delicious cake. Right, so put your first layer down. All right, now add a generous amount of this delicious silky cream. Look how nice and silky it is. Don't be stingy with your cream. Use a spoon or a spatula, yeah, and just add it like that. Don't go all the way over the edges, because then we're not going to have a nice coating on the outside when we make our naked layer. It's about enough cream, you see that? With my last layer, I'm going to add this one upside down. All right, for our crumb coat, just get like this amount. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to add it to the side, and I'm just going to swirl it around, push it in like that. Get a bit more icing, and just make sure the whole of your cake has got a bit of icing on it. I'm just spinning my cake as I'm adding the icing. Fill in any layers like this, and then we just scrape any extras back into the bowl, and then just swirl it around again. Just pick any bits up off your plate, just add it in. Fill in any holes like that. So now I've got one more hole there. Fill that in. Alright, all my sides are filled, can you see? I'm using my spatula, but if you've got a palette knife, then you can use that as well. I'm going to show you that you don't need anything special. What I'm going to do, I'm going to just hold my spatula here, yeah, and I'm just going to smooth around all the edges. Oops, like this. And as you're smoothing, wipe off into your bowl any excess, and then carry on smoothing it again. Okay, it doesn't matter, just take as much off as you can, but just make sure that you've got cream there as well. Right, now for the top, just smooth it as best you can. See, like this. Just try and get the edges neat as possible. And then that means you wipe it back in, and then your bowl is left like this, and then you do this. So good. Now we need to put our cake onto our serving dish. I'm going to just move it over, put my salted caramel in my piping bag. I've got a recipe for this delicious ooey gooey caramel on my channel, and I'll leave a link to it below. And what I'm going to do now is cut a tiny slit, like this much. Yeah? And now I run my cake like this, and then let a little bit drop down. Okay. Go across, let a little bit drop, round it, let it drip, keep going. Yeah, my caramel's at room temperature, and my cake is still kind of cold, you know, because I had them in the fridge before I started building it up. So just go all the way around and then let it drip. Round, have a little drip. Sometimes push a lot. If you push a lot of pressure, you have a bigger drip. If you give a little bit of pressure like that, it will be a thinner drip. You make your way all the way around like that. Now for the top, you can leave it as it is, how it is here. But I like caramel, loads of caramel on my cake. So what I'm going to do is just fill it in like this. I told you this cake isn't fancy, it's going to look fancy, okay? So what you do now, just keep going, fill in all your gaps. You can see it's all just going to work its way, mingle together, so you don't even need to brush it. Look at that, come on now, look, it's so simple to make, yeah? You don't need anything special and it looks like a professional cake. Come on, you can't go wrong there, innit? And if you want, you can pipe some spirals all the way around and these can act as a serving guide. And look at that. Looks good, innit? Looks proper professional. A drip cake and naked cake in one, all done with no special equipment. And it's super easy, but that ain't the best bit. The best bit is eating it. So now it's time for me to dig in. See that drip? Drip cake even drips off your plate. It's that delicious. Dig in, yeah. This, so good. The cake's so soft. Look at that bouncy bounce, bouncy bounce. And the cream is so creamy. The caramel is so right, gooey and bittery and sweet, and you've got the juicy raisins, walnuts, crunchy. You've got sweet raisins, crunchy walnuts, soft cake, creamy cream, bittery salty caramel. Your taste bud's gonna love it. Just so good. This is the best carrot cake you'll ever make. Trust me. You make it, you understand. This is so tasty. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and share. And if you want to keep up to date with all my latest videos, please subscribe below. So until next time, bye!